Okay there, this is Rank Carcass here. I'm going to do a quick video on German strategy, specifically economic strategy. So first I'm going to fly over here and we're going to showcase the map here. So this is Global War 1936 to 1945 by Historical Board Gaming. And this is the 1936 starting setup and scenario. And that's what my strategies will be based off. Alright, so just a quick flyby on the map here. It is a 4x8 map, blah blah blah. I've already shown most of this on a setup video and intro for the series, so we'll just leave it at that. The purpose of these videos is I'm attempting to give some strategies on this game in a manner that will be helpful for either somebody who's never seen it before, somebody who's new to the game and just considering purchasing it, somebody who just got it, somebody who's been playing it for a while. So bear with me if I'm going over some really basic things. I'm just trying to make sure that everybody will get something out of this. Alright, so we're going to go over a couple of things with the economy first, and they're very basic, but let's start with the German economy first here. So Germany, okay, we're doing the income and production, right? The scenario where you're following across here in the 1936. It starts at peace with all nations. Starting money is 20. Wartime income is 20, which is equal to total value of territories. So, just so you know, your wartime income is your maximum military production. So if you're ramping up for war and you're putting out the most you can, you're at your wartime income. Alright, additional incomes, that'll be bonuses of some form. And wartime bonuses only take effect once you are at war with another major power. You can't just declare war on the Dutch or the Netherlands or Belgium, take it, and then be at war. That's not good enough. You got to be at war with a major power, which is one of the powers that's got a card and says it's a major power and rules. All right, so let's leave that at that. Now I'm going to move on to the Americans, because German actions affect American money. And your main goal as Germany is to not affect American money in a positive way. You want to keep American money down. The Americans start with a starting income level of 6. They're not very armed up. Their maximum wartime income, or value of territories, is 63. They cannot declare war till they reach this point, so you want to keep them down. Don't bring them up too fast. The higher they get, the more vehicles, men, and tanks, etc. they will be building. Which means the more you'll have to fight. Alright, so I'm just going to peacetime bonus incomes, and these are all directly going to be added to this starting level income until it reaches wartime. It cannot exceed that, unless it specifically states so in here, because it's a peace deal, a peace treaty. Anyway, I'll cover that later. All right, so Germany is at war with Britain or France. The American income goes up 5. Pretty self-explanatory. Axis possess London, so $25 increase there. That means Germany's done a sea line and successfully taken the capital of Britain, which is London. Germany declares war on the USSR. You're going to roll one of these 12-sided dice. Anywhere between a 1 to a 12 is going to be the increase in your income. So, if the Americans are lucky, it's a 12. If the Germans are lucky, it's a 1. But it could be anything in between. And by the average, you're probably going to get more like a 5 or a 6 or a 7. So, that's right down the middle. So be aware. Anything you do could affect the American income. All right, now the Americans are done. Let's move on to the French. Okay, so the French wartime starting level is 5. Their wartime income is 17. So that's not a big jump to make. They only need to go up 12. And so let's take a look here. Germany initiates war with the USSR. They go up 5. Well, if they're up 5, that means they only need 7 left, right? So be aware. Germany or Italy initiates war with a European minor power. Let's say Yugoslavia, Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium, Poland, Greece, something small. anything that's not part of a major alliance, just a minor power, a small country, it will go up 2d12. So you got to remember, d12, that's these things here, right? So if it goes 2 of them, anywhere between 2 and 24, because they're 12-sided. So that could be very disastrous. They only need to go up 12 total, right? So be aware. Axis initiates war with British Commonwealth. The French would automatically increase the full income, and they would also declare war automatically and become aligned against the Germans and become aligned with the British as the allies. So that's the French. Now let's go on to the British. Their starting level income is 11. Wartime income is 24. They need an increase of 13. So, Axis power. Let's do that annex last, and we'll show that on the map here. So, Japan. Oh no, we don't need Japan. Each capital ship Germany completes. So in this game, there's a 4-turn build for some capital ships, like a fleet carrier or a battleship. Each one that Germany moves to place units box is an extra $1 added to this. So be aware. You can move them all the way up to almost finished, but once you finish them, the British go up $1 until they reach their full income of 24. Axis declares war on France. Same thing. The British are automatically at full production and at war with whoever declared war on France. A little treaty they have. Each time Germany initiates war with any other nation, 2d12. So same as the French. If you attack anything, Poland, Netherlands, Belgium, Yugoslavia, Denmark, something, they're going to roll 2 of these again, right? So if you attack one of those, the French are going to roll 2, and then the British are going to roll 2. And they both need 12 and 13, so be cautious. All right. Germany or Italy initiates war with the USSR. Roll one of these. Again, anywhere between 1 and 12, and they only need 13, so be cautious. Axis power annexes Austria, Sudetenland, Slovakia. This Albania is an Italian thing, so we'll go into an Italian rule. So +1 for each. So Austria, Sudetenland, and Slovakia are each worth $1 of income for the British if the Germans annex them. So let's show those off here. All right. So we've got Austria here, which is worth 2 to the Germans if they take it, due to the printing on the map. But the British will get 1. Then you have Sudetenland up here. The British go up 1, the Germans go up 1. And then Slovakia is a 1 and 1 again, right? So if Germany takes all 3 of these, they're going to go up 4, and the British will go up 3. So be aware of that. That can add to your problems, because you'll notice here, if Germany doesn't have a lot, right? This is the 1936 scenario, pre-war, nothing's annexed. You're building your war machine from scratch the way you want it. So if you get too aggressive too fast, as Germany, France and Britain are going to become very defensive very fast. And they're going to start spending more money building their own armies up to defend themselves from you. So make them spend slow or gain slow and make you gain fast. That's the name of the game. So be cautious. Pay attention to this stuff. Don't attack anything or initiate somebody else's income increase until you're ready for it. All right. The last person who kind of cares, but not really, is the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union doesn't really care. You can do anything you want. Just don't take anything that's right on their border. That's all they want. So, let's see. If Germany possesses a land zone adjacent to Soviet home country, the Baltic states, Romania, East Poland, etc., plus D12 each. So let's show that off here. So you have these 3 here. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, those 3 are the Baltic states. What do we got? East Poland, Romania's down here. Lubeski, Vipiri, Tornio. Like those are, you take any of those, the Russians are going to roll a D12 for each one. They only need to go from 8 to 46. So be aware, you do not want them making too much money too fast. They will be able to spank you. If you give everybody that you're fighting more money than you have all at the same time, you're doomed. Okay, now the final thing, this is that, but these things max out when they reach 46, right? This is one, this Molotov-Ribbentrop pact, while it's in effect between the Russians and the Germans, is a +1 bonus free technology roll, which is worth $2 normally, and a $3 increase in income. Now the Germans also get that bonus, even if they're at full wartime income on top of that, right? So Molotov-Ribbentrop pact, available during peacetime as an income bonus, also for the Russians. It's just $5 even for the Germans, whereas it's $3 and a free tech roll equaling $5 for the Russians. So that is the only pact that these two nations can make that is on top of their peacetime income. All these other ones that I've listed off here stop when you reach your wartime income. You don't get any more income out of the deal here. So there you are. Now, should you sign this pact, there's some sweet stuff in it for the Russians and for the Germans. Now, the Russians have a victory condition, which includes Viperi, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, Lubelski, and East Poland. If they own all those, they get a victory condition. Now, at the same time, Germany wants to take Romania. So if Romania is taken, the Russians will roll a D12 and income increase, unless you sign this pact before that happens. If that's the case, they will allow you to take this without increasing their income, and you'll allow them to take all those ones that's part of their victory condition. That doesn't mean that this is going to stay where it is, but that's where the line is drawn with the pact. You're also agreeing as Germany not to align Lithuania while the pact is in effect, Finland while the pact is in effect, because Viperi is part of Finland that the Russians have attacked. So, you get a little bit of extra income. The Russians decide not to increase their income when you attack Romania, and you give the Russians a couple free spots. I think it's worth a whole, $1, $2, $3, $4 for the Russians, and money increases. Maybe it's a little bit more, maybe it's less. It's hard to see from here with all these guys sitting on top of the map. So yeah, that's the long and the short of the basic economics involving other people's income. So do what you can to keep them low and make you high faster. Because like I said, if these French start building up a lot, they are going to crush you if they're making more money than you are. So don't let that happen, because when you have to attack the French, you're going to lose half your army attacking a giant French army, and you'll have nothing left to do anything else. And once the axis stops moving forward, it starts to lose. So be aware and keep it moving forward. At the same time, keep throwing sticks in the spokes of everybody else. Alright, so let's just take a look at these wartime bonuses for the Germans. Now, I already went over the Ribbentrop Pact, or Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. So let's go on to the next one here. We've got possession alignment from each of the following oil-producing territories: Transcaucasia, Southern Iran, and Iraq. It's +2 each. So 3 territories for +2, 4, 6 at most. So those ones are over here. You've got Transcaucasia, you've got Iraq, and Southern Iran. Face value of these is 9. Bonus value of these is 6 if you get them all, for a total of 15 rather than the 9 on the face value. But you'll see that that is a long ways away from Germany through Russia and Turkey and a bunch of other little countries in between. So don't be too surprised if it takes you a while to get it, and it'll be hard to hold it unless you're in a very good position here. All right, what's the next one we got here? Okay, Romania is Axis possessed or aligned. Where's Romania? That's a $3 bonus. And Romania is this one right here in yellow. So if this is possessed or aligned by the Axis, so it doesn't matter, you can either align it without anybody attacking it previously, or say somebody else takes it and you take it as, if you own this, it's worth $3. Bonus. Plus the land is worth $3, as this little number is showing you here. So this is a $6 territory for the Germans. Everybody else it's $3, right? So keep that in mind. They're going to try to take it away from you, and you're going to keep trying to take it back. All right, what's another one that's just like this? Here, I'm just going to move the camera up here, and I'm going to move to the other side of the table because this is pretty far out of my reach. So, all right. Let's put these guys back up here. So the next one here is Narvik, which is part of Norway here. If this territory here is Axis possessed or aligned, it's worth $1, but it's also worth $1 bonus for the Germans. So this is another one that's worth 1, but it's really worth 2 for the German player. Now Sweden is these two, Stockholm and Gothenburg. Probably said that totally wrong, but who knows? So Sweden, if this is neutral, as it sits now, and the Germans are at war, they get $3 from this as a bonus. And the other way they get $3 from this is if they take it over, it's worth 2 up here and 1 down there. So it's worth 3. But in order to take it over, you have to either align it, special conditions for that, or attack it and kill it, and then own it. So this is worth 3 on face value, and it's also got the $3 bonus if you own it or it's neutral. So keep that in mind. That's an extra. These two places here are worth $6 for you as Germany, or 3 if you don't fight it or own it. All right, and now the last way you get bonus money as Germany, besides, of course, attacking a place and taking it for its face value. For example, Denmark here is worth $1. There's no bonuses for it, but if you own it, that's an extra $1 added onto your wartime income. So, you know, that's also how you make your money. All right, the Spanish Civil War. Now, this one is, if Spanish nationalists won the Civil War, 1936 scenario only. That's +1. Every turn, you get +1 income if these gray guys beat up the yellow guys and wipe them off the map. That's it. So once that's happened, every turn that Germany starts at war, or that Germany's at war, it's collect income phase, and this war has previously been won by these gray nationalists controlled by the Germans, you're going to get $1 extra every turn. Don't matter, even you wipe it all out and this stays neutral, nobody attacks it, it's out of the war, you're still going to get a free $1. America comes in, or the British come in, and they take all this away from the Spanish. It doesn't matter. As long as you previously won the war, you're still going to get that $1. Does not matter. So if you win that war, it's worth some money. That war is also worth a victory condition for both Germany and Italy. So this war, if Germany wins, is worth 2 victory conditions, one for Germany and one for Italy, and it's worth an extra $1 every turn. So if you're the German player, you might want to land lease the odd unit in there, because this, technically, with this navy here, all these units, I believe when I added it up, the 7 ground units versus 4, 5, 6, 7 ground units, that's fair. They got 1 more ship and they got 1 more aircraft. So it's not a great ship, but they still got 1 more ship and 1 more, or they got 2 more attacking ships and 1 more aircraft. You got to transport. So they do have the advantage, these yellow guys, numerically speaking. So you're starting out at a disadvantage. However, you have more money than the Russians to lend lease there, so, and you can get Italy to do the lend leasing for you. So keep that in mind. That one is an essential add-on So 100%, the whole point of the Russian or the German economic strategy is to play as a partner with Japan, with Italy, and keep the Allies' money down till all of you are ready to attack. Because if you attack too early on the German side, the Japanese won't be built up enough to fight the full wartime incomes of the FEC and Australia here in the green, in the very light green and the white, right? While they're also attacking all this stuff in China, those multiple greens and the yellow. Or the other way around, if China gets too active, then the French are going to be building too many units, and so are the British. And once these guys reach their wartime income, they can preemptively declare war on you as Germany when you're not ready. So be aware, be cautious, pay attention. Like I said, it's all about the money. The more money you make, the more units you have. The more units you have, the greater your odds are of winning every battle. All right, so I'm going to leave that there. That's the economics of the generally an Axis strategy, but mainly right now for the German specific situation and all the Allied income increases you can cause or avoid. So hope this is helpful for you and you found it entertaining. And I'm going to leave it at there, and shutting her off. So this is Rain Carcass. See you later.